Brothers and sisters in beloved Barbados, this is Victor Callender. It is now 18:05 or 6:05 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the 29th of May, 2025. And as usual, I am here with commentary about all things Barbados. And I start with the most recent attacks on Freundel, Stuart, and most recently on Donville Inis, with reference to the by election recently held in St. James North relative to Freundel Stewart's speech on the platform there and Donville Innis's recent um, defense of the former prime minister's ability to be part of a democratic process. I agree with Donville Innis that the former prime minister should be allowed to speak as a party elder on the DLP platform, whether or not we agree or disagree with him. It is his democratic right. He is a voting member of public and as such deserves the right to be heard um, by all who would listen to him, whether or not his leadership of the Democratic Labour Party was ignominiously um, a result of a 30-0 election defeat. That's splitting hairs as far as I'm concerned. He should be allowed to speak. For those who would attack Donville Innis because of the recent conviction that he has had, he served his time and he's back in Barbados. He's a Barbadian citizen. Um, why shouldn't Donville Innis be given a second chance? Um, why? There have been politicians who have been convicted before who are current presidents of countries and some in the past who were convicted who were um, re-elected to the office of president of their country. I'm not suggesting that the people of Barbados um, reinstate Donville Innis to any position of power. That is entirely up to the electorate. They can make that decision, but he should be able to speak without vilification across the board or any undemocratic principle being applied to him or Freundel Stewart. That's my opinion. I think when we start looking at democracy as it is supposed to be through jaded lenses, through jaundiced eyes, we start taking away from what the democratic process is meant to be. And that in itself leads us down a road that is autocratic and undemocratic, and that's wrong as two left shoes. People should have voices, whether I agree with them or not, whether they agree with me, walk the party line or not, whether it, whomever. I listen to everybody because from everybody you can learn something, from everybody. So it is best to listen to people to make an informed decision as to what is going on in the political landscape and social landscape of our beloved Barbados. When we start operating outside of the box of normalcy and decency, we find ourselves in places that create problems long term for us, our families, and our communities. I don't agree with a lot of things Freundel Stewart says or has done. I don't agree with the current ideals politically of the Democratic Labour Party. But that does not mean that there isn't an individual or individuals in that party who can promote ideas to make the lives of Barbadians better. And to such people, I will give an ear. I offer that to you. Um, Donville Innis made a mistake. Yes. But I don't say that you should embrace him, um, all the way without questions. No. but I believe that he deserves the right to be able to be heard and the democratic process to work in Barbados. He needs to be heard. Whether or not we can reinstate him to high political office is another thing for the Barbadian populace. If the Barbadian populace feels indulgent to bring him back to the high office he once held, so be it. But at least let the democratic process work. To you, Barbadians, I say, have a wonderful day and God bless you and your families. God bless the government of Barbados. Take good care and God bless.
Help me spread the word about Naked Departure via social media. Subscribe and share to show support and love for our channels.